Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Grateful. Oh, it has been raining all day, and this is my first time outside with no rain. Oh my. Oh, it's been one of those days where you wake up and you just don't want to do anything. So yeah, today's been one of those days where I did exactly that. Nothing. I find that when you spend every moment of every day working on some kind of project, or when you're not at work, you're still working on something, I found you have days like this where you sort of lack the motivation to do anything, or what you really want to do is just sit down on the couch and veg for the day. The day always tends to feel a little bit like it's lost, like it's a lost day. And I think anybody who's creative, or anybody who has sort of an ongoing passion project, or has lots of things they always end up having to do, will definitely understand that feeling of, you know, you're sitting there and you don't want to do anything except watch a movie or play a video game, and you don't do that because your brain is telling you you should be doing something else. So it was one of those days for me where I kind of sat on the couch not really doing anything at all, because I felt like I was obligated to work on some projects, but all I really wanted to do was watch a movie. And so I ended up doing neither and just trolling YouTube and Facebook. But for the rest of the night, I'm going to go home, I'm going to watch a movie, get some popcorn, maybe have a drink, and just relax a little bit. And today my gratitude is actually for that. I am, as hard as it is for me to deal with having a day to veg, or the day to do nothing, because I end up in this weird space. I am glad that I have those days. I have the luxury of having those days, because there's a lot of people out there who are actually working 7 days a week, or they've got, you know, a bunch of children, or a single parent, or for whatever reason they just don't have the luxury of having a day off to themselves. And so I'm very grateful for that, even if it's a challenge for me to really engage with that day. But I think one of the big reasons why I have such a hard time with it is because at any given point, I've got a dozen different ideas that I want to see brought to fruition, but there's only one of me, and so I'm only ever able to focus on one. And I'm fairly poor at time management. If I'm working on a big project and it needs to be done tomorrow, then obviously I know how to get it done quickly. But when I've got a dozen projects that I want to see through, I often find it very difficult to choose which one to work on, when's the best time to work on it. And the most challenging thing, or the hardest thing for me, is when I have all of these projects, but I don't have anybody else who's also working on them. And that may be because the projects aren't off the drawing board yet. They haven't materialized to the point where I need other people. Or it's just that I don't know very many people. I don't keep a lot of friends. And so I inevitably end up with being in a position where I am trying to do everything myself, and I don't have anybody else to help me out. So I think at some point in the future I'm going to reach out to other people and see if there's anybody out there who would like to help me realize some of the things that I want to do. Whether they're video ideas. I mean, there's a couple of stories that I would absolutely love to film, sort of like a entry-level first attempt at creating a show or a movie, to other things which are just, stuff for the YouTube channel, things I want to build. So yeah, I'm going to reach out to people and see exactly how much interest there is out there for various things that I'm working on. But yeah, I figured I'd just include that little tidbit in here. It's something that's been on my brain for a while now. I've been feeling slightly overwhelmed with this giant amount of things that I want to do, and this feeling like there isn't exactly enough time in my life to accomplish all of them. And because I'm I have that feeling is I find it very difficult to accomplish anything because I'm kind of trying to do them all at the same time. But at any rate, not to drag this on, but I am glad that I get to have a day to do nothing, even though it's difficult for me to do nothing. So I'm going to head home, I'm going to pour myself a drink, and I'm going to do nothing very successfully on my couch for the rest of the night. And we'll see you tomorrow.